Hi, I'm Big Chef, and this is
Little Chef.
and we are coming from Prague, and we're going to show you today how to make the perfect long grain rice. I know the majority of you have rice cookers, but long before rice cookers were invented, people were cooking rice for thousands of years. So if you follow these simple rules, we can cook some very good rice. Kira, if you can help me over here, please. If you take the rice, the measurement that I'm going to use today is basically 2 to 1. So 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. So if you can pour this in here for me, please. Okay. Very good. But first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to rinse the rice off, because there's a lot of starch on the rice. And also, exactly, there can be dust on there, it can be dirt on there. So you just give it a nice rinse, just like so. You don't have to rinse it completely until the water runs clear, but just give it 1 or 2 rinses like that. Give it a nice sloosh around. Yeah. Now we're going to pour in 2 cups of water. If you can pour this in for me, Kira. Very good.
Could I hold it by myself?
Absolutely. Very good. Now we're going to put in half a teaspoon of salt. You put that in, please. Yeah. Very good. And give it a little stir. Very good. That's perfect. Now.
This is like a pool where we was, and there was a place which is very hot.
Yes.
Too hot.
Okay, now that we've got the water in there, I'm just going to put it on the stove, and I'm going to bring that up to the boil. Turn the flame on full. And as soon as it comes to the boil, what we're going to do is we're going to cover it with aluminium foil, and we're going to put it on a very, very low simmer at the back. And that's the key. If you don't have it on a low simmer, it can burn and catch on the base of the pan. We definitely don't want that. Okay, now that the water is boiling for the rice, I'm going to take a piece of aluminium foil, put this over the top of the pan, and use a cloth because it's going to be very hot. And we just seal all the edges. Very important to keep all of the steam inside. So a recap: 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. Bring it to the boil. Seal it all the way in. Now that it's sealed all the way in, now we put the lid on top. Push it down, and I'm going to put it on this back burner, which has a metal plate on it, and it has a very low flame. The reason being is that I want it to cook very slowly, and this takes approximately 17 to 18 minutes. So I put this back on there, leave that for 17, and after 17 to 18 minutes, I'm going to remove it from the heat and leave it here for another 10 minutes with the lid still on, so that the steam absorbs into the rice and it becomes nice and fluffy. And that's basically the first step for a very nice, good quality long grain rice. Okay, so now the rice has been cooking here for 17 minutes on a very low flame. So what we're going to do is, carefully, I'm just going to lift it off here, off the heat, bring it to the front of the stove, and I'm going to leave it here for 10 minutes with the lid on, so the rest of the steam absorbs into it and gives it the finished fluffiness. Okay, so now we've 10 minutes, we've let the rice rest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over here. And Kira, if you can help me, please. We are going to, yeah, wait, let's take the lid off to show. That's how the rice looks. And now if you can just move the fork across the top of the rice. Yeah, like that. And just kind of stir it around, move it around and stir it. You can show the cameras that the rice is nice and loose, fluffy. And I'll just show it there. You see the way it hasn't stuck together, it's not clumped together, and it didn't stick to the bottom of the pan either. And that is how you cook very good long grain rice in a slow period of time. And that will be going with our next dish, which will be chicken adobo. All right?
The chicken adobo will be.
It will be very yummy. And that's
I
that.
don't think so, because it will have,
Okay.
the spice.
Do you want to say bye?
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.